Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Okay, came back to the model table here, I guess maybe half an hour ago or so. And I cut these little screw connections off of our parts, so we're ready to go there. And while I was doing it, I was thinking about a comment that we got from our friend Alex in Australia, and Alex was saying that if you take a number 11 blade and just use instead of using the sharp side of it, use the back side of it and just score your door, it should snap off. So I want to try that. We'll stick the macro lens on and see how well it works. I think possibly if I was to use a ruler, where's my little ruler? Okay, I don't know if a plastic ruler is a good one to use because and maybe plastic. I do have a metal one here. Just bear with me. I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, I could use this metal one here. It's aluminum, so it's not hard metal, but it's a lot harder than the plastic. Less chance of the sharp blade cutting into it. Yeah, we'll put the macro lens on and try that. Okay, here we go. We're ready. 18.3 Celsius, that's pretty much exactly what it was this time yesterday morning. Now, yesterday morning it did cloud over, and in South Winnipeg it rained. It rained heavy. There's heavy rain passed over. I checked the weather this morning, and it looks like probably around noon we're going to have a chance of rain again. So if I want to get out for a quick scoot, I better do it this morning. Maybe after Missy the dog comes by. And yeah, otherwise I may not get out today if I leave it till this afternoon. Now, of all the places that I go, like either Tim Hortons or McDonald's, what do I like the best so far that's in our area? I don't want to have to drive over to the other side of the city. It takes about half an hour to get there. And yeah, I guess maybe something different is a good idea once in a while. However, I would have to say between McDonald's and Tim Hortons, I like McDonald's the best. I don't think that Timmy's coffee is any better than the McDonald's coffee. The McDonald's coffee is only $1. Well, it's $1.12 with the tax. And now I know that the Timmy's coffee is only 60-70 cents more. But the very nicest place that I went to was the Salisbury House. But it's not a coffee shop anymore. It's a restaurant, and their minimum charge, what was it? Was it around $3.50 or $4 or almost for a cup of coffee? And it was really nice, and it was a nice experience. But I don't want to be doing that. And yeah. Anyway, yeah, the Salisbury House was the nicest. But and of the McDonald's, which one do I like the best? I would say the one that's on Plessis Road in Transcona. Now it's a little further away than the other ones that I went to yesterday, but I kind of like it. It's kind of nice. Good. Parking is good. Easy access getting into it and out of it for a motorcycle. You got to think about that kind of stuff when you're biking. It's not like I got a dirt bike. I got this big heavy cruiser that I got to make sure that I know what you sort of got to plan ahead almost. I'm not complaining. I love my big heavy cruiser. Yeah, it's a couch on wheels, that thing. Okay, what are we going to do here? Well, yeah, we're going to get our macro lens going, and we are going to score one of these with the back side of the number 11 blade. Pardon my reach here. And Try to do something fun today. Nipping parts isn't fun. Well, it kind of was. It was relaxing. Okay, let's get at it here. Okay, now remember yesterday I was using a piece of masking tape as you may call it a fence, and I was finding that the idea was that I was going to use it as a stop or as a fence, so that when I dragged the blade down, and the part actually went over top of the masking tape instead of stopping at it. So I've got a piece of card here. It's about 3 times as thick. Now I don't want it to go underneath, but it won't. Just let me zoom in here a little bit here. If we put our ruler down, oh, I can hear the guys out on the street. We're going to be getting our asphalt down pretty soon. Okay, yeah, this should actually work here. Where's my knife now? Okay, I'll recompose. Hopefully maybe I'll come in from the other side, so that I'm going to try and get the see, we'll turn this over. Okay, now we want to get our blade in one of those grooves. I'll put my macro lens on and also my magnification hood to make sure that I've got it as square this way as possible, because I want to be able to go through several times to score it. At least that's the plan. And using this, I can always make sure that I get it in the same place each time. I'm doing an awful lot of extra talking here that I don't need to. All right, yeah, I think this is going to work. Now, get my ruler over here. These rulers may be a little bit long and unwieldy, so let me get it up out of the way a little bit here. So I'm not going to catch it with my arm. Now, let's say we wanted to cut this one right here. We'll try and get this blade right in one of those cracks. Now, actually, Alex was saying use the back side of the blade, so we have to turn it over here. Okay, now I want to make sure that my ruler is going to be parallel with that line, and it appears to be from my perspective. Okay, oops, I moved it. Okay, that's going to be a problem. I almost need to clamp it down. Okay, so long as it's always in the same place twice here. Okay, let's give it a try. Yeah, it seems to be working pretty good. You know what? I'm shaving off parts of the ruler. You see that? That's a little piece of aluminum. Maybe I'm pressing too hard against the ruler. Okay, I do believe we're in quite a ways. Okay, now to try and snap this on camera so that you can see it happening. I don't know if I can. Maybe if I was to lay something underneath. I wonder if maybe I haven't gone enough. Just hang on a second here. I'm going to recompose a little bit. Maybe I'm just too close in. Okay, as I like to say, less is more. So let's get ourselves something to bend on here. Now, is this going to snap? I think it will. Yeah, it did, but in the wrong place. Okay, clearly I did not go deep enough. I should have gone further down. Because it looks like it's breaking in the wrong place here. Or maybe not. Yeah, that I didn't go deep enough. Well, we can still use this. Now, isn't that funny? I was sure it was going to break at that line. We can still use this piece though. RT18. I'm going to try something different. Instead of the back of this blade, I'm going to try a needle, because the needle will not the edge of the needle will not dig into the side of the ruler. At least that's the plan. Okay, I've got a needle in my pin vise here now, and this needle, as far as I know, has never been. I've never used a flame on it, so it's probably hasn't lost its temper or whatever you call it. And all right, and I sharpened it on my Tormac sharpener, so it's the tip of it is like razor sharp. Now we're just going to try and get it into one of these grooves here. It doesn't really matter which one, just so long as it's the same one each time. All right, now we want to bring this in. I'm going to try and get it as square as possible. Now I'm going to be pressing down so that it does not move, and it's very hard to not let it slide. I think that's pretty good. Okay, here we go. Right now you can see this really good. I can't, because believe it or not, the edge of the ruler is blocking my vision, so I don't know if I'm halfway through or all the way through or hardly at all through. Let's have a little look and see now. Well, yeah, you can see I have been, I don't know. No, is this going to snap properly? Let me check the monitor here. Or is this going to snap in the wrong place? Oh, there we go. Yeah, it kind of worked, didn't it? Okay, you know, doing this on camera is quite awkward. Okay, now once again, this edge here that's in terrible condition right now. I probably should have gone a little bit further down. I think Alex's idea using the back of the number 11 blade is better than the needle idea. I just wanted to try this needle idea. But this ragged edge is going to be up at the top out of sight, so we're not going to see that anyway. So we can use this one, sure. Okay, I think I went much deeper this time. I almost don't need the ruler anymore. All right. Yeah, this one we can use. M12. Okay. Good morning. I saw you coming this time.
Oh, it's a very strange morning this morning. We got down behind your shed and she just froze, you know, plants her feet and stares that way. And I could tell that the coyote had been through. So I went down the driveway instead and turned left, and she froze again. So I knew that the coyote had come around your shed, down the driveway, and gone that way, which is fine. So I said, well, let's go buy cans. And she said, great. And away she bounces, she's on her way. And we get around the corner of Ken's, and they're using a jackhammer on the corner. And she just plugs her feet again.
Well, now, isn't this something? She's upset.
She's upset.
Yeah, because you love those, Missy. What happened? Did the coyote scare you?
She said, I can't be eating, but I gotta protect Uncle Ron from the coyotes. She got a job to do.
Missy, I've never seen you do that before. Not with the one that you like the best. Yeah, what happened?
You'll be okay, Uncle Ron. Don't worry, I'm protecting you.
Well, I just got back about 5 minutes ago on the bike. I wonder if she heard the motorcycle, and that had nothing to do with
She
it.
hears it all the time. She hears it all the time.
Well, isn't that something? Isn't that something?
You need help?
She's just not herself. Not herself at all.
You'd me, Dad.
Come on, Missy. There you go. You can take that with you. Sure, you can take it with you. Yeah, you can have it. Yeah. She's waiting for you to open the door, I guess. Take it with you. That's a good girl. That's a good girl.
There were 2 rabbits yesterday. There's only 1 today.
I'll see you later.
Ron is back too, right in the middle of Coyote Alley. You might get out again today, eh?
I might. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. She's not eating it, is she?
Oh, she's not feeling herself. Well, we'll see you later. Missy the dog. Missy the dog. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Missy. It's not very often she refuses or at least it turns up her nose kind of at her favorite treat. Okay, now what I was about to say here is that one of the viewers was mentioning that in the event that people were working on the aircraft in the hangar deck, these doors would likely have all been open, especially on a hot day. Now I imagine there was lots of cold days on the Pacific Ocean as well, but so in other words, what I'm saying is that a lot of these doors, which we are going to be viewing, we'll be viewing it from this side. They would be wide open all the way up. So I kind of had wanted though to have a little bit of the door showing on the top at least. You know, like the way this one's cut. So that's a thought that I'm going to have to consider before I start gluing pieces in, you know. Do I leave some of these doors wide open like this? I don't know. Oh, another thing I was thinking of is that when I spray them, I don't need to be putting them on rotating blocks. I think what I should do is re-stick them down onto something like, where is this thing now? I remember when I was using this way back as early as the Bismarck days, this worked actually quite good. And that way I think I'd use a lot less paint. Yeah, if I put the pieces a little closer together on some upturned masking tape. That's just a thought. Okay, let's move on here. Oh, I did get out on the bike. I just got back here about half an hour ago, I guess, just before Missy came actually. So yeah, it looks like the rain is going to hold off at least for a while. Yeah, it's that kind of day. It's very iffy, the weather. So enough about the weather. Let's do something here. Okay, I've got the rest of our doors shortened. I don't know how many of them I'm going to put on. We'll see. Now I was noticing that this might start to flap when I start using the airbrush. So I might use little pieces of tape and just fasten this down. We'll see how things go here. I was going to spray this the 19 as well, but it's not really a cabinet or a storage compartment or anything like that, or a ventilation system duct. But I believe that these are. So we'll do these in the 19. And I think they get stuck on this piece over here somewhere. I'm not sure about that. But I do know that this piece is actually supposed to go right here. Like this. And I think we're probably safe to glue it on. And then when we spray this whole piece here with the 82, it'll become part of the 82. Although, you know what? Maybe I should spray it in the 82 before I glue it on, because it might be kind of hard to get the airbrush to. Okay, yeah. This is just a little bit. Oh no, I should be able to spray in there like that. Yeah. That should work. Why is this not fitting good? Well, it kind of fits. Well, not really. I have to check. Maybe I got there's some sort of flashing built up in there, or maybe I'll just take the hobby knife and just scrape around the inside there so it'll fit a little easier. It doesn't want to go down flush, at least from my perspective. Maybe it isn't. I just think it isn't. I'll take it off camera and have a good look at it. However, what do we got here? 1:40 in the afternoon already. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but these pieces here, after I got through working with them, I had greasy fingers and everything, so what I did was I put them in warm soapy water that was in the ultrasonic cleaner, and I cleaned them off. I did a test one first to make sure that the numbers that are on the other side didn't come off, and they're a little fainter, but at least I could still read them. So all these pieces that are on here have been scrubbed, and the paint should stick really good. Yeah, I'm going to call her quits for this afternoon. Thank you for watching, everybody, and all being well, we're going to see you tomorrow.